This is Street Life. I'm Natasha, and right now I am, I believe, 35 stories above the streets of London at Sky Garden, checking out the view of the London city skyline. Right there, you can see the Shard, pretty fancy building. It's a skyscraper actually with some fancy restaurants. My money ain't like that, so I'm not visiting there, but I will take pictures. But behind me here and there, you can see the London city skyline. Sky Garden is free to visit, to view. The restaurants, I think, are a little bit pricey, but they seem to be well rated, but you can certainly check them out. And two of the restaurants on the upper levels, they actually grant you free admission to Sky Garden, or let's say easier admission because it's free to visit Sky Garden.
But a third way, which is what I ended up doing, is doing a walk-in after 9 p.m. I showed up around that time after having dinner and whatnot. The line that had been there earlier was pretty much completely gone. It was maybe just 5 minutes or so, if that, to get through security, to get in the elevator upstairs. You step off the elevator into an open area where there's a bar, really cool environment, and then you look out of these huge windows and you see the London skyline. Really, really beautiful. I visited at night. The pictures that I'd seen had been taken during the day, but at night, the city is lit up. It's breathtakingly beautiful. The environment is dope. You look out the windows, you have this beautiful skyline. It's just a vibe. And so you're on the first level of Sky Garden, and it's a great photo opportunity. There's on the different levels, throughout Sky Garden, there are actually 3 restaurants. One, I believe, is, if not on the ground floor, it's lower down in the building. You can't get access to Sky Garden from there. But the other 2 restaurants, which are up on the viewing deck levels, those restaurants will grant you free admission to Sky Garden, or admission to Sky Garden is included with your admission to those restaurants, your reservation to those restaurants. So in addition to that, I believe one of the restaurants actually has a bar, which is on the 35th floor. When you step out into this open area, in the middle of the floor, there's a bar there, fully stocked, really dope, nicely lit. And surrounding that, you have like some couches and chairs and things like that. I don't really know how that works because I wasn't there to visit the bar, so I didn't sit down or anything like that. But I do know that you can order like bar food, you can get drinks, things like that. But then you also have like the full restaurants. There's actually 3 levels to the Sky Garden. So you step off on 35, and then there's another set of elevators that can take you up to, I believe it's the 36th, and then like the 37th floor. The second level, when you step out of the elevator, there's a bit less space. There's like a walkway. You can pretty much just go in one direction. But when you look out, there's like a little bit of greenery, some trees and stuff like that. I don't know how real they are. But you look up, you have like this really nice skylight. It's not even a skylight. I guess it's like a sky roof, right? And so you look in front of you and there's like this nice green space, I guess the garden. And then when you go down the walkway, you have like a kind of more mellow bar and seating area off to the one side. There's a walkway with some steps that you can go down. And because you're a lot closer, like in comparison to the first level where there's like a terrace of sorts that separates you like outside of the window, on the second level, it's really just the window, which you can get pretty close to. And so with that, it's less of an obstruction to your view of the buildings and the surrounding area outside. About halfway down the steps, you have a really nice view of the Tower of London. A bit further off into the distance, you can see Tower Bridge. And it's just like a really nice view. When you go all the way down the steps and you reach the landing in the open area, you again can get closer to the windows. And with that, like you have just a really great view of the skyline. The 2 lower levels, the first and second, I think like you can visit them and have like a really cool vibe. I think they're cool places to visit, maybe with a group of friends, to maybe just grab like a light meal, some snacks or something like that. Maybe if you'd gone out and you're now just looking for something to kind of nibble on, maybe get some drinks or something like that. Or if you're on your way out and, you're just trying to set the vibe, it's a cool place to stop by. The restaurants, given the view, the environment, it's actually pretty romantic. You have this beautiful view. It's a really nice setting, really nice place to visit on a date, or I imagine. I believe the first and the second levels offer the best views. The third level, because it's so far up into, for lack of a better term, the roof, what you end up seeing is pretty much the roof, right? When you look down, you just have like a bird's eye view of the lower levels. And because you're actually set quite a bit back from the windows, you don't have such a great view out the windows to see the skyline. So I think certainly go up there and just check it out, take a look around, but I think you'll mostly enjoy the first and second levels as they offer the best views out the windows into the city. And then it's like a different vibe and setup in comparison to the third level, because there's like bars, there's a little bit more activity, there's a bit more of a vibe on those two levels. The third level, it's really just like chairs and things like that up there. Because it's so high up, you're really at this point not that far below the roof. And so because of that, and also that level is set quite a way back from the windows. So like your view outside isn't that great. I think this level is, maybe cool if you're more interested in, let's say, having a conversation with someone, in a bit more of a quiet environment. Not to say like the two low levels aren't incredibly loud, but there's like, a little bit of background noise and things like that, like you would expect in a restaurant or like a lounge. But that level, there's not a lot going on up there, at least not at the time that I visited.
So definitely worth checking out. It's an incredibly beautiful view. It's one of, I think, about 3 buildings down in the City of London area that allows you to get like a really nice view of the city. So definitely worth checking out.